on YouTube now, and I will start the recording.
This meeting is being recorded.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is now 6 o'clock. Today is March 23rd, 2022, and I hereby call the meeting of the Town of Babylon Rental Board to order. Please join in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with
liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, my name is Simon, Chairman of the Rental Board. With me tonight are my fellow board members, Vice Chair Carla Bryant, Member Maria Iadisi, Member Kelly Medwig, Member Vernon Shelton, Member Mark Smith, and Member Mike Murray is excused for this evening. For the record, we do have a quorum present. Before we begin calling hearing scheduled for tonight, I'd like to take a moment and explain our procedure. I will call the hearing scheduled one at a time, and the order has been published in the legal notice and listed on our agenda. There are extra copies if anyone needs them. Starting with case number 1, I will read the legal notice aloud. The applicant or authorized representative will be in the Zoom room. The speaker must give his or her name and home address for the record. All speakers will be sworn in by me. The applicant or their representative will be given an opportunity to present any information that he or she wishes to present to the board. If none, we will proceed to board questions. After board questions, any interested parties will then have an opportunity to speak. The applicant will be called back into the room to respond to any questions or concerns. The public hearing will likely not be, won't be closed after you answer all your final questions. Should there be any open issues or on the application or items that need to be remedied or corrected, the hearing may be held open for a longer period of time in the board's discretion to allow time for the applicant to make such corrections. If you wish to speak, please keep it to the property and property issues only. The rental board shall have the right to rely on information, rely on any information that is presented to the that is presented by the applicant. If any such information is later found to be inaccurate or incorrect, the rental board may determine that any approvals, rental permits, or other actions previously granted in connection with the application are null and void. I'd like to call the first new application to the room, 1518 12th Street in West Babylon, New York.
Can the applicant for this application please raise their hand in the attendees tab? Thank you.
If you're here for the application 1518 12th Street in West Babylon, can you please raise your hand?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
No, you're the property owner for 1518 12th Street?
Yes,
Great. How are you, sir?
good, how are you?
Good. Can you please raise your right hand?
Yes,
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yes.
For the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
Michael Alfano, 346 South Sunrise Highway, Center Moriches.
Great. Thank you, sir. When you sent in the rental application, do you agree to the terms and conditions that you sent in that you signed on the record?
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Okay. Is there anyone from the board that wishes to speak regarding this property?
No, thanks.
Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room that wishes to speak about this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
No, there's not. Okay. Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Yes, motion to keep the record open until March 30th, Maria Iadisi.
And seconded by?
Seconded by Kelly Medwig.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're going to extend the record. We're going to keep the record open until March 30th. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, I'm sorry, can I ask what that means?
Sure. Since we're on Zoom and people are at home, we have to give them an opportunity to call us or email us regarding this property in case someone is at home and they can't get on the Zoom or something like that. So we just keep the record open for a week, and then if nobody has any concerns, you should get the rental permit in the mail.
Okay, all right, thank you so much,
Okay,
everybody.
sir.
I appreciate
Thank you.
Good
Have a
night.
good night.
it. Okay, you too.
Thanks. Next application is 215 53rd Street, North Lindenhurst, New York. If you're here for 215 53rd Street in North Lindenhurst, can you please raise your hand?
Let them in.
Hello,
Hello, how are you?
good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Could you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Great. For the record, could you please state your name and your home address?
Saadet Aydin, 215 53rd Street, Lindenhurst, New York, 11757.
Now, you live in this house, or this is the rental property?
Rental.
And what's your home address where you live?
My home address is 204 East John Street, Lindenhurst, New York, 11757.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
When you sent in the application, do you agree to the terms and conditions that the town sent you?
Yes.
Great. Is there anyone here from the board that wishes to speak regarding this property?
No.
No,
Thank you.
thanks.
Okay. Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak regarding this property?
No, there is not, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Okay, hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to keep the record open until March 30th, Maria Edisi.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Kelly Medwig.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're going to keep the record open to March 30th. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Have a
Have a
nice
good
day.
night. Thank
Thank
you.
Bye.
Good night.
As we move on to the third application, it's 158 Pratt Street in West Babylon, New York. If you're in the waiting room, could you please raise your hand so we can let you in the room?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, hi, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you. Could you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Could you please state your name and your home address for the record?
Faye Autar, 1652 Prospect Place, Brooklyn, New York, 11233.
Thank you. Now, when you sent in the application, do you agree to the terms and conditions that the town sent you?
Yes, I did.
Great, thank you. Okay. Is there anyone from the board that wishes to speak regarding this property?
No, thanks.
No?
Oh, thank you.
Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room that wishes to speak regarding this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Great, hearing none. Do I have a motion?
Motion to keep the record open until March 30th, Maria Edisi.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Kelly Medwig.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're going to keep the record open to March 30th. Thank you very much, ma'am, and have a good evening, okay?
Thank you, too.
Okay, thank you. As we move on, number 4, which is 377 Beachview Street in Copeg, New York. If you're in the waiting room, could you please raise your hand so we can let you in?
Yes,
I think they're here.
Oh, hi, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Could you please raise your right hand?
Okay,
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yes.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
For the record, could you please state your name and your home address?
Amberine Rizvi, 377 Beachview Street, Copeg, New York. Actually, the home address is 245-62 60th Avenue, Douglaston, New York, 11362.
Thank you very much, ma'am. When the town sent you your renewal, when the application, do you agree to the terms and conditions that the town set forth?
Yes,
Great, thank you. Is there anyone here from the board that wishes to speak regarding this property?
Yes, I would like to speak. Maria Edisi.
Yes, hi.
Hi, okay, so you had a exterior inspection done in January and all went well, except there was a, interior inspection. The exterior inspection was done before the hearing, and there were a couple of issues that you need to address. Okay, I'm gonna go through them, okay?
okay,
There's some debris on the property which needs to be removed and cleaned up. Also, you need to repair the blacktop parking area in the front and the cement walkway on the north side of the home.
Cement walkway, okay.
Okay, so, we'll give you some time to do this, but in order to get approved, these repairs must be done, okay?
Ask her
Okay.
to repeat it again.
Could you just repeat those three?
Sure,
things
of
one more
course.
time? Thank you.
The
Yeah.
debris, we have to remove that right away, okay?
All that
also-
concrete. All that concrete needs to be removed.
Yes, and then you need to repair the blacktop parking area in the front,
Okay,
okay? And then replace all the blacktop, I'm sorry about that. And then the cement walkway on the north side of the home.
cement
Walkway.
walkway on north side of home, okay.
Okay,
Okay, cement walkway on north, okay,
Okay,
so
will do.
we'll give you some time to get that done, but, in order to get the rental permit, that's what needs to get done, okay?
once it is done, what do I have to do?
And once it is done, what do I have to do? Like,
Right before the day that you're extended to, an inspector will go past the home to confirm that all the repairs were done,
Okay.
okay. sounds
okay?
good. Yes, ma'am, okay.
But we'll give you enough time to get it done, and we know the weather right now is a little tricky.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room to speak about this property?
No, there is not, Mr. Chairman.
Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to extend until May 25th to do the necessary repair work. Maria Udisi.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Kelly Medwig.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're gonna extend the record to May 25th, so you can make the necessary repair work. Thank you very much for understanding, and thank you.
Yes,
Thank
great,
you.
thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Good night.
Right.
As we move on to application number 5, it's 673 Deer Park Avenue, North Babylon. If you're here, could you please raise your hand so we can let you into the chat? Once again, if you're here for 673 Deer Park Avenue, North Babylon, if you could please raise your hand so we can let you into the room.
I'm not seeing anyone raising their hand.
Okay.
Okay.
As we continue, we're going to move on to 28 Sunshine Lane in Amityville. How are you today?
Very good, Mr. Chairman.
How are you, sir? Can you please raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Thank you, sir. For the record, can you please state your name and your address, sir?
I'm Pastor Keith Hayward. I reside at 1 Arthur Street, Copiague, New York, 11726.
Thank you, sir. For the record, sir, when you sent in the application, do you agree to the terms and conditions that you sent in?
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Is there anyone here from the board that would like to speak regarding this application?
I would, Maria Udisi. Okay, there's just a little debris outside to clean up. And if there's some small cracks on the walkway leading to the front door, you could just fill those in. And they were just very small. So that's all I really needed to say.
Will do. Thank you.
Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room that wishes to speak regarding this property?
Yes, there are two people that would like to speak.
Okay.
I'm gonna let them in right now.
Thank you.
And
Hi, could you hear us?
Hello?
Yes, hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you. I
Could
can't
please
see
raise
you.
your right- Yeah, could you see me now?
Now I can see you.
Could you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
For the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
Richard Hobson, 31 Rainbow Lane, Amityville, New York, 11701.
Thank you, sir. So how may we help you today?
Okay. I'd like to know, is the property 28 Sunshine Lane occupied as a
Okay.
rental as we speak?
Okay, I would have to ask the,
Yes,
the,
it
uh,
is.
the-
Mr. Chairman, yes, it is.
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Pastor.
Okay, so then they have a permit. Are you telling me that?
I'm not saying that, they're here, to seek a permit.
Okay, well, the property's been occupied for several months. One other question I have is the sign placage. What is the
Okay.
procedure for that?
I found these results on search.
The actual sign for the hearing,
Correct, for the application.
for the application. So the sign has to be posted.
How many days in
there's-
advance?
I don't know, Jorge, is there any way you could answer this question?
If I'm
Thought
not
it was
mistaken,
2 weeks.
hello?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And so the sign was placed 2 weeks prior?
It's
We have an
supposed to-
affidavit saying it was, and also when our inspector went out, the sign was up. So-
Okay, so for this meeting right here, there was no sign. There's been no sign since last week. So how are the residents supposed to know what's going on?
Well, when our
We-
inspectors went by, the sign was up. Maybe the wind knocked it down, but the pastor did, submit a, notarized affidavit that the sign was up. Okay,
That's not accurate.
okay. Well, as we know, our inspector did go out and the sign was up, but, obviously, sir, we hear your complaints and it is on the record. We will look into this some more.
Also,
If-
the residents of the area are not happy.
Okay, that's noted.
Yes, it's noted.
One other question, that property, a lot of the residents thought that it was going to be part of the church parsonage,
Okay,
especially the way and the manner in which the property was transferred to the current owner.
The board doesn't know about those things. If you have, this is if you have statements, there's a lot of information we don't have. You all have the opportunity to provide whatever information you have. It'll be put on the record and noted to help make the decision, okay?
Right, because I believe that the property was taken for taxes by the county and then transferred to the town and then transferred to the current owner.
Okay,
Am I correct?
we don't know
Can
that.
you-
We don't
Like
know
I
that.
said, we don't have, you're here to provide us what you know, so that way we can put it on the record and then help us make a decision.
Right, because I believe that a lot of the residents of the area are concerned with the upkeep of the property.
Correct. Okay, and that's noted, which
That's
is,
noted.
and we also, that's why we had the photos, and those things must be repaired and the house kept up in order to get the permit, okay?
All right, so what are we going to do?
Well, we're
Well,
gonna keep the application
ma'am, if you
open.
could, if you could.
I'm not a
if you
ma'am,
could-
I'm a sir.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. It's hard to hear, okay? I can't see you. I don't know you. You provide us the information, the board will extend the record to allow further investigations and also to allow you and anyone else to submit further information onto the record, okay?
Okay, one other thing in closing. It's my understanding that that property has been rented for close to a year or over a year with no permit. Why
Okay.
is there,
The board can't answer, they're not out there. We appreciate the information, so we're gonna use that information for the investigation, okay?
okay,
Okay,
all
sir.
right,
We noted your complaints and your concerns, and it's on the record. And,
Okay.
well, it's all noted, sir.
Okay, now I understand that there was another question because he said there were two people. So I guess the next person after me will go ahead with their concerns and complaints.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One other question.
Danny? Can you come here a moment, please?
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I want to speak and I want to make.
Hello,
I
sir.
don't
Can you
know.
hear us?
Hello?
Yes, hi. Is this still Mr. Hobson?
No,
This is
Ed.
Mr. Hobson.
No, that's someone else.
No,
He's
this
not-
is Ed
Someone else?
Wynn.
Okay. So if you could
Not
please
the
raise your
owner.
hand. If you could please raise your hand.
I
Do
did.
you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and for the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
First name is Eddie. Last name is Wynn, W-Y-N-N. My address is 10 Sunshine Lane, Amityville, New York.
Thank you, Mr. Wynn. So how may we help you?
I agree with 100% of everything Mr. Hobson mentioned. My
Okay.
question also is this house now rented? Is it being leased? Or is it being, what's the nature of what's going on? Because
Well-
like what Mr. Hobson said, that sign has only been up for a week. I took pictures of it.
Okay. Well, as I said earlier, we did note his complaints, and now we'll note your complaints as well. It is on the record. That they are looking to get a rental permit to rent, obviously to rent a house.
Okay, and is the rental permit for the entire house for one family, or is it going to be broken up? We have on Sunshine Lane a home that has 3 different and sometimes 4 different families in a house that's only rented to one.
No, sir, this house is a one-family house, so it's only gonna be rented to one person, or one family. If there is a house like that on your block, we do, you can call Citizen Services at the town of Babylon, and they'll be able to look into it further for you.
Okay, and as Mr. Hobson said, this house has been rented for a length of time with no permit, and we're wondering how could that
Well,
possibly happen?
We don't have that information, sir. So, we're not, we have to look into it. That's why we're gonna, give ourselves some time. And we're gonna do some investigation. And we're gonna look into it.
Okay, and
Okay,
also,
Mr. Wynn? Yep.
also, this is going to be postponed until when? Because as Mr. Hobson said, the neighbors had no idea what was going on there. And now we see it's being set up for a rent, and they have no way of voicing their opinion as to opposition of it or approval of it. So we're going to be preparing to get petitions to oppose what's going on there.
Okay, you do have a week. We are meeting next week from today. And that's when, we make the determination. You could email rental comments at townofbabylon.com, or you could call the rental board as well, rental office, and they'll give you more information.
Okay.
Okay, sir?
Yep.
Okay, so as I said, we noted your comments and complaints, and it is on the record.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wynn and Mr. Hobson.
You're welcome.
Mr. Nunzio, is there
Thank you.
anyone else in
Thank
the waiting room that wishes to speak?
There was no one else registered for this property, no, Mr. Chairman.
Great, thank you. Do I have a motion?
Motion to keep the record open until March 30th, Maria Iadisi.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Kelly Medwig.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
On
Hearing
the
none, we'll
record,
Keep the record open.
on the
till
record,
March 30th.
Mr.
Pardon?
Chairman,
Yes,
on the
sir.
record, I must recuse myself.
Okay, yes, sir. Mark Smith is going to recuse himself.
Mark Smith. Thank you.
Mark Smith, yes. So we're going to keep the record open until March 30th. At that time, we'll make a determination on this property.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you very
Chairman.
much, Pastor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, sir. Thank you. As we move on to number 7 is 32 Deer Street in Windage. If you're in there, please raise your hand. 32 Deer Street in Windage.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hello, ma'am. How are you today?
I'm good. Good evening. How's everyone there?
Very well, thank you.
Very well, thank you.
Could you please raise your right hand?
Yes.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Great, thank you. For the record, could you please state your name and your home address?
Sandra Cochran, 1162 Little East Neck Road, West Babylon, New York, 11704.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
For the record, ma'am, when you sent in the application, there was a terms and conditions sheet. Do you agree to those terms and conditions?
Yes, absolutely.
Great, thank you. Is there anyone here from the board that wishes to speak regarding this property?
No, thanks.
No, thank you.
No? Okay. Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room who wishes to speak about this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion. Oh. Motion to. Sorry, motion to keep the record open until March 30th. Maria Adisi.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Kelly Medwig.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're going to keep the record open till March 30th to make a determination. I would like to go back to number 5, which is 673 Deer Park Avenue in North Babylon. If you are in the, please raise your hand so we can let you into the room. 673 Deer Park Avenue in North Babylon. Okay. Mr. Nunzio, is anyone in the room?
Here, I have one hand raised, Bridget Stokes. I'll let them in and we'll see if that.
Bridget. Take your phone.
Oh.
That was an accident. Bridget works with me.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Mute your phone.
There we go.
Okay. Hello, is anyone in the room for 673 Deer Park Avenue in North Babylon? Okay, as we continue on to the renewals. This is the first renewals for 45 Parkway Boulevard in Windage. If you're in the room, could you please raise your hand so we can let you in?
The people you have there. Sandra Cochran.
Yes, hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. Could you please, okay. I just would like to remind you that you're still under oath.
Okay.
Okay. Do you agree to the terms and conditions they set forth for this property as well?
Absolutely.
Great, thank you. Is there anyone from the board that wishes to speak regarding this property?
No, thanks.
No, thank you.
Is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak about this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve Carla Bryant.
Seconded by?
Second by Vernon Shelton.
All in favor?
Are we keeping the record open or are we?
Sorry. Keeping the record open to March 30th. I'm sorry.
May I ask a question? May I ask a
Yes, ma'am.
what does it mean, keeping the record open to March 30th? It will be
Because we're on Zoom, so if anyone has any complaints or questions, so at least they could voice their concerns. They can call us at the town or they can email us. Normally there's no one that would do that, but we just have to keep it open to give some time for people to contact us.
Okay, so I just have an issue with the Choto Community Housing Development Organization for the town of Babylon. And this is both the property before, that's 32 Deer.
Yes.
Is a new property, and we have been flagged on the system for HUD. I don't know if you're familiar with the IDIS system, but when we build the affordable housing, we got a certain amount of time to do certain steps. And Peggy Horan Donovan from the Town of Albany Community Development Program is waiting on that rental permit because the system has been flagged, which means we're pretty much blocked until we get that rental.
That's understood, but by regulation law, however you want to say it, we have to give people an opportunity to respond. Because if it's done any other way, you could lose that permit if it's provided before this open period.
And that's only for, because of the Zoom, the way we're doing it with Zoom?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank
We
you.
do have a motion on the floor, is a motion to extend. I believe it was Carla Bryant made that
To March
motion,
30th.
March 30th, and then anyone who
Second,
seconded
Vernon
it?
Shelton.
All in
Second, Vernon
favor?
Shelton.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're gonna extend the record till the 30th to keep it open. Thank you very much,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Have a
Have
good
a
night.
Good evening.
You
You as
too.
well.
You too.
Number 2, which is 75 Wilson Avenue in Deer Park. If you're here, could you please raise your hand so we can let you in the room?
Hello? Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Can you please raise your right hand?
Yes,
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Great. For the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
April Bates, 50 Prince Avenue, Deer Park, New York, 11729.
Great, thank you. When you sent in the renewal, do you agree to the terms and conditions that that the town sent you?
Yes, I did.
Great, thank you. Anyone here for the board wishing to speak about this property?
No.
No, thank you.
Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak about this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
I have a motion to keep the record open to March 30th. Carla Bryant.
Seconded by?
Second, Vernon Shelton.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're going to keep the record open till March 30th. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Okay, have a good evening. Number 3, it's 8 Hall Court in East Farmingdale, New York. If you're in the waiting area, please raise your hand so we can let you in.
I'm here.
Hi, how are you?
Good evening. Thank you for
evening.
asking.
Could you please raise your right hand?
Certainly.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Great, thank you. For the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
Linda Hillel, 51 Lincoln Road West, Plainview, New York, 11803.
Thank you, ma'am. When the town sent you your renewal, do you agree to the terms and conditions that they sent you?
Yes, I do.
Great, thank you. Is there anyone from the board that wishes to speak regarding this the renewal?
No, thanks.
No, thanks.
Thank
Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak about this application?
Yes, I have 3 people and I'll let them in right now.
Great, thank you.
3 people want to talk about this house.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You mute, please.
Yes. Could you hear us?
Yes.
How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, great. Thank you, sir. For the record, please state your name and your home address.
Alex Galvez, 15 Hall Court, Farmingdale.
Thank you, sir. So how may we help you?
So I just want to make sure, and I know that there was issues with this rental, and I know it's a renewal of the rental permit. I just want to make sure the renewal is for a single family dwelling and there's not going to be another family living at that residence. I know in the past, when the Hillel family first purchased the home, there was an issue with gambling and a whole bunch of stuff there, and that was shut down. And we have a lot of new families in the area, and I just want to keep the family community in the area. So I rather not have a whole bunch of renters there. I know there's one family there now, so I just want to make sure that it's not going to be broken up into, multiple dwellings.
Yes. Ma'am, is it going to be broken up? It's a single family house, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
And
And we're
it's
not
gonna
planning
stay-
to break it up into anything. That's not our plan.
That
Thank you,
was
ma'am.
my only concern, the past is the past, where there was, I'm sure there's records there, but there was a lot of issues where the police was coming around, and, there's a lot of young kids in the area. The family that's there now seems very nice, no issues. I just wanted to make sure it's not being broken up into multiple dwellings.
Absolutely, sir. And, we do have, your comments are noted and it is on the record.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Mr. Nunzio, you said there's two other speakers?
Yes, and they're both under the last name Meyer, so I'm not sure if Matthew, if you are registered with Laura or not. I just didn't see her in the attendees tab.
No, yeah, it should be fine with just me.
Oh, okay.
The one question I did have,
Hold
I
on,
know you
sir,
guys mentioned.
Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell
Yeah.
the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
Great, sir. And for the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
Matthew Mayer, 12 Hall Court, Farmingdale, New York, 11735.
Thank you, sir. So how may we help you?
I know I was listening to the other ones, and I know you guys mentioned about the sign being up for a certain amount of time. So there was a initial sign, probably a few weeks ago, and then I know the date got postponed. So was there an additional 2 weeks that was necessary for the sign to be up, or is it, because I think it was only an extra week that sign was there for?
Jorge, could you give us some clarification on that, please?
If there was a change in the date, then it would need to be reposted for the hearing date, or I believe notification gets sent out after there's a posting of by letter to those that are in the area.
May I speak? This is Mrs. Hillel.
Yes, ma'am.
We had originally had a date for March 6th,
Yes,
which was
ma'am.
postponed. We had put up, I believe, within the legal time, we put up the sign. Then we were told that we had to put up the new date and sign, and we did it within 48 hours of being told.
Okay.
And that's all I can tell you.
Great. So, yeah, and then you did send in a notarized affidavit as well when you sent in the renewal. So,
yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
You too.
Do I have a motion?
Motion to keep the record open to March 30th, Carla Bryant.
Seconded by? Do I have a second? Mark Smith, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're going to keep the record open until March 30th. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Have a lovely evening.
You as well. Thank you. As we move on to application number 4, it's 281 Arnold Avenue in West Babylon. If you're here, could you please raise your hand so we can let you into the room? Once again, 281 Arnold Avenue. If you're here, could you
I
please
did.
raise your hand?
Hello?
There you go. Hi, how are you, ma'am?
Good, thanks.
Could you please raise your right hand?
Hey,
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yes.
Great. For the record, could you please state your name and your home address?
Barbara Ricciuti, 271 Arnold Avenue, West Babylon.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Do you agree to the terms and conditions that the town sent you when you sent in your renewal?
Yes.
Great, thank you. Is there anyone from the board that wishes to speak regarding this property?
No, thank you.
No, thank
No, thank you.
Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room that wishes to speak regarding this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to keep the record open until March 30th, Carla Bryant.
Seconded by?
Second, Vernon Shelton.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. I'm going to keep the record open to March 30th, okay?
Okay, do I leave the sign up until then?
No, you can take the sign down now, ma'am.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You have a good evening.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. As we move on to renewal number 5, it's 352 Great East Neck Road in West Babylon. If you're here, if you could please raise your hand so we can let you into the room.
They're here.
You're here? Okay, great. Hello, sir. Could you hear us?
Yes,
Yes, hi, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Could you please raise your right hand?
yes,
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Great. For the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
Paula Simmons, 8 Spinnaker Lane, East Patchogue, New York, 11772.
Great. Thank you. Do you agree to the terms and conditions that the town sent you when you sent in your renewal?
Yes.
Great. Is there anyone here from the board that wishes to speak regarding this application?
No, thank you.
No? Great.
Carla.
Yes, I would.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, Carla.
Okay, so ma'am, apparently there's debris that needs to be removed. You have to replace the middle part of the cement driveway and replace all the blacktop on the driveway and the rear of the property. You also have to repair the walking way going into the side of the property.
Okay.
Do you see the pictures?
I see them now. Is it possible to get a copy of the picture or?
Yes, we should be able to give you a copy of the pictures, correct?
Yeah, she just has to request them at the rental office.
Okay, by phone or by email?
Email's fine.
Okay. I will.
Okay.
Also, the
Thank
side
you.
of the house needs to be power washed. It's got a lot of moss and stuff growing on it, as
Yeah.
you can see. So that has to be cleaned as well.
Okay.
Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room that wishes to speak regarding this property?
No, there is not, Mr. Chair.
Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to extend to May 25th. Carla Bryant.
Seconded by?
Second by Vernon Shelton.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're gonna extend the record until May 25th, 2022 to complete the necessary repairs. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Thank you. Is number 6, which is 614 9th Street in West Babylon, New York. If you're in the room, could you please raise your hand? Is anyone here for 614 9th Street in West Babylon? One more time, if anyone's here for 614 9th Street in West Babylon, if you could please raise your hand so we can let you in the room. Okay. As we move on, we're gonna move on to number 7, which is 176 North 26th Street in Windage, New York. If you're here, if you could please raise your hand and we'll let you in the room.
Good evening.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you, sir?
Great, thank you. Can you please raise your hand, your right hand?
Absolutely.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Great. For the record, ma'am, can you please state your name and your home address?
Yes. My name is Shanae Hammonds. My home address is 140 Lafayette Street, Copiague, New York, 11726.
Thank you. When you sent in the renewal, do you agree to the terms and conditions that the town sent you?
Yes, sir.
Great, thank you very much. Anyone here from the board wishes to speak regarding this property?
No, thank you.
No, thanks.
No, thank you.
Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room that wishes to speak regarding this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Great. Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to extend until March 30th.
Seconded by?
Seconded
Sorry.
by Maria Adisi.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we extend the record till March 30th, and then we'll make a determination.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am? I just would like to remind you that you're still under oath and you're here for 123 North 22nd Street as well, correct?
Yes.
Great. Do you agree to the terms and conditions that the town sent you on this property?
Yes, I do.
Great. Is there anyone from the board that wishes to speak regarding this property?
Yes, I would.
Yes.
I'm Kelly Medwig. You have to replace the concrete driveway. It's got several unsafe cracks and is very worn. There's also a lot of debris on the property that needs to be removed. All on the side of the house is all garbage, old building materials. There's debris throughout the backyard, in the trees. They're not taking good care of it. There's debris in the front of the property as well, by the street line. So it needs a good yard cleanup as well as the driveway.
Absolutely. We actually just had that cleaned today with the debris, but we will definitely I'll make a note about the driveway.
And we'll give you some time because of the weather.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice.
Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak regarding this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Great. Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to extend till May 25th. Kelly Medwig.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Maria Adisi.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, I'm going to keep the application open until May 25th to complete the necessary repairs. Thank you for understanding, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Have a great evening, everyone.
You as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Number 9, which is 229 Parkway Boulevard in Windage, New York. If you're here, if you could please raise your hand so we can let you into the room.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, how are you today?
Very well, thank you.
Could you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Great. For the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
Brent Nemetz, 74 Broadway, Amityville, New York, 11701.
Great, thank you. Do you agree to the terms and conditions that the town sent you when you sent in your renewal?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Is there anyone here from the board that wishes to speak regarding this property?
I would.
Yes.
Kelly Medwig. If you take a look, the driveway needs to be probably replaced in the portions that you're seeing here. It's pretty bad, that first section and next section, and those cracks need to be filled further back where you see on the sidewalk and a little bit further back, but the whole front of the driveway needs to be replaced. We'll give you some time to do that from the weather and all. There's also some debris in the backyard in the far corner. I don't know if that's your property or not, but if you see I don't know if it's doors or something thrown in the back corner. That needs to be cleaned up. And then that patio, like towards back over there, needs to be repaired. It's all cracks and dangerous. So we'll give you some time to take care of that.
Okay.
Thank you, Kelly. Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room that wishes to speak regarding this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to extend till May 25th. Kelly Medwig.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Maria Adisi.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, sir, we're going to keep the application, you're going to extend the application till May 20th to take care of the necessary repairs that you need on the property. Now we're here also for 301 New Avenue in Windage. I'd like to remind you, sir, that you're still under oath.
Okay.
Do you agree to the terms and conditions for this property that as well?
Yes.
Great. Is there anyone from the town, from the board wishing to speak regarding this property?
Me again. The driveway again, same scenario. The cracks are really bad. need to be replaced. The walkway out front has some bad wear and tear on it. Looks like the fence in the front as well. Probably should be replaced or, lifted up and fixed, if not replaced. The whole left side of the driveway is missing the top pole. It looks like it's collapsing a little.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and the walkway has some cracks on the side. They're not too bad. That could probably just be repaired, but I would say the driveway would have to be replaced. There's portions of the sidewalk on the side that may need to be cut out and replaced, but possibly fixed. But again, we'll give you some time. There's also some graffiti painted on the side of the house. I don't know if you've noticed that or if you've been there at all, but there's red paint graffiti on the side of the house.
Okay, you can take care of that.
Okay. Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone from the board, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak regarding this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Yes, motion to extend till May 25th.
Kelly Medwood, seconded by?
Seconded by Maria Adisi.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're going to keep the application and we're going to extend it till May 25th, pending necessary repairs.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Aye.
Bye-bye now. Number 11, which is 263 West 2nd Street in Deer Park. If you can please raise your hand.
Okay.
Hi.
Do you see me?
Yep. How are you?
Hi, it's Francis DeLisa, and it's
Wait, hold on, friend. Could you just raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yes,
Thank you.
I do.
Can you please state your name and your home address?
Okay, it's Francis DeLisa, 23 Nantucket Lane, Deer Park, New York, 11729.
Thank you. When you sent in the renewal, do you agree to the terms and conditions that for this property?
Yes.
Thank you. Is there anyone from the board wishing to speak regarding this property?
No,
Say it again?
No, anyone from the board wishing to speak? No. Is there any, Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak about this property?
No, there's not, Chairman.
Great. Thank you. Do I have a motion?
Motion to keep the record open until March 30th. Kelly Medwig.
Seconded by you?
Seconded by Maria Adisi.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're gonna keep the record open till March 30th, okay? And at that time, we'll, make a determination. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Have a good evening.
That you too. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Number 12, which is 230 Parkway Boulevard in Windage.
Hello?
Yes, hi, how are you?
Good, yourself?
Good. Can you please raise your right hand? You
Correct.
swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
You do?
Great. For the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
John Solomon, 230 Parkway, Windage.
That you live in Windage, sir, or this is?
No.
No,
That's
what's
the
your home
property.
address? Yeah,
26 Haverford Road, Hicksville, New York, 11801.
thank you, sir. Do you agree to the terms and conditions you signed when you sent in your application?
Yes.
Great. Is there anyone from the board wishing to speak regarding this property?
No, thanks.
No? Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak about this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Do I have a motion?
Motion to leave the record open until March 30th. Kelly Medwig.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Maria Adisi.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, sir, we're going to keep the application open to March 30th, okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You can keep me on. Hello?
Oh, yeah, okay. This is, you're here for the next one as well?
Yeah, next 6.
The next six? Okay.
5.
perfect. So this is
5.
for 133 North 20th Street in Wheatley Heights?
Yes.
I'd like to remind you, sir, that you're still under oath.
Yes.
Do you agree to the terms and conditions on this property when you sent in the application?
Yes.
Great. Is there anyone from the board wishing to speak regarding this property?
I would like to, Mr. Chairman. Kelly Medwig.
Yes.
You need gutters on this house. There's no gutters, and it's a requirement the rental permit?
No, I thought the requirement was that it had to be in working order. I've been through this before with the town of Babylon. It's not in their code.
It's in our rental code that all houses need gutters. And
That's in the, which code? Which code
you
is that?
signed off on the affidavit saying that you had gutters on the house, I believe.
No, I've been through this before with the board, actually. And I was very specific in asking the questions on different properties. We specifically don't provide them because they're a nuisance and they're damaging to the houses and the foundations. So we opt not to put them on, and the town code does not require them as a building department. I've been through this before. We've actually discussed this on the board on several houses before.
What
It's in
board?
disrepair, this board, rental permit board.
Yeah, we require them. I don't know, you didn't.
And I
speak
asked
that
I
We're
asked
the
the
only
question
rental
last
board-
time, and it was if they're in disrepair, not missing. It was a very specific question on a previous house about disrepair. Disrepaired gutters need to be repaired, such as some of the pictures that we previously just saw. However,
Okay.
these don't
So-
have
so-
gutters, therefore nothing's there to be repaired.
Okay, so it would be reviewed and the board will review that. Thank you, sir.
This will not be the only one on the house list, I'll tell you that.
No, I know, we have, the next several all need gutters.
So,
That's
so
why-
then,
Correct,
so then it'll be noted and then
Okay.
we'll look into that, okay?
please.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir. Okay, so for this property, Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak?
No, there is not, Mr. Chairman.
Great. Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to leave it open until March 30th to review, and if the gutters are required, we'll revisit it.
Kelly Medwick, seconded by,
Seconded by Maria ADC.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're gonna keep the record open until next meeting, which is March 30th, pending determination on the gutters. As we move on, it's 117 North 20th Street in Wheatley Heights. Sir, I'd like to remind you that you're still under oath.
Correct.
Do you agree to the terms and conditions on this property as well?
Depending on this gutter issue. We'll leave it as an
Well,
open
so-
item if there's a gutter issue on this house as well.
Well, I just want to know, did you sign the form, that you're under oath?
Yes.
You know, for the time, you
Yes.
did sign the oath, okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
based on previous conversations, so yes.
Okay, well, it's in black and white on the form. Now, is there anyone from the board wishing to speak regarding on this property? I know the homeowner did state that there was a gutter issue as well, or gutter.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure on this house if there is.
Okay. Is there anyone here from the board wishing to speak?
I would
Yes.
like to, Mr. Chairman, Mark Smith.
Yes, sir, Mark. Mr. Smith.
Yes, as Mr. Solomon is aware that there is a gutter issue on this property. The property needs gutters.
Okay. Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak regarding this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Great, sir. Do I have a motion?
Yes, motion to extend to April 13th to repair the gutters or replace or provide gutters.
Mr. Smith, I believe, Jorge said we're gonna look into that, about the gutters.
Yeah, so if we could do the 30th.
We'll go for the
Yeah.
30th?
Yeah,
March
go,
30th.
you know,
March
yeah, March 30th.
March
Great.
30th. Motion to extend to March 30th.
Thank you, sir. Seconded by,
Seconded by Carla Bryant.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're gonna keep the record open until March 30th, on the gutter determination. Sir, I'd like to remind you that you're still under oath for 131 North 20th Street in
Yes.
Wheatley Heights. Do you
Yes.
agree to the terms and conditions that you signed on the terms and condition sheet when you sent it the renewal?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Is there anyone from the board wishing to speak regarding this property?
Gutters.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Mark Smith again.
Yes, sir, Mr.
Same issue, same outstanding issue. This property also needs gutters.
Okay. Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak regarding this property?
Can I say something as well? I'm
Yes,
sorry.
yes, I'm sorry.
We're on 30 Booker. The apron needs to be.
No, we're on
replaced.
131
No,
North
the first
20th.
one, 131
sorry.
North.
I jumped ahead. I'm sorry.
No problem. So just to keep the record straight, we are still speaking about 131 North 20th Street in Wheatley Heights. Mr. Smith did say the gutters. Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone here in the waiting room wishing to speak regarding this property?
There's not, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Do I have a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, motion to extend to March 30th, Mark Smith.
Thank you. Seconded by?
Seconded by Carla Bryant.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're going to keep the record open to 3:30 to make the determination on the gutters. Sir, I'd like to remind you that you're still under oath, and this is for 30 East Booker Avenue in Windage, New York.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anyone here from the board wishing to speak regarding this property?
Yes, I would like to, Mark Smith, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Once again, this property needs gutters and to replace the blacktop driveway apron.
Okay.
I'm sorry, does anybody have a picture?
We do have pictures. We don't have them with us right now, but we do have them at the town. If you would like to see them, we can get them for you.
Is the apron considered the town's responsibility as part of the road?
No, no, it's your responsibility.
Is it the asphalt of the road or the asphalt of the driveway?
It's the asphalt of the apron, which is your responsibility, which is the driveway.
And no one has a picture to show? I
Nunzio,
believe
I
the
don't know.
pothole is part of the drive of the street. Is it in the front of the house at the edge of the driveway?
Nunzio,
would
can
be the
you
apron.
go into the rental photos I showed you earlier? Into PMSW under the photos?
I would assume it would be facing it to the right-hand corner.
As we're looking for that, sir, do you agree to the terms and conditions that you were sent from the town on this property as well?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Nunzio, are you able to look up those pictures at this moment?
I'm looking for them right now, Mr. Chairman.
It's
Yes,
an
sir.
address. If you want, if you need it.
Go to Google Earth. Listen to what I'm saying.
Either way, the record would be open till March 30th, either.
So I put a request years ago on a pothole from the town of Babylon for the street to be repaired. And I believe what it is deterioration of the street at the corner. If you're facing the house to the right-hand corner, I believe, I would like to see it again. I'm not crystal clear. And the deterioration, obviously this area of the town does not get curbs and there's no apron edge on the asphalt.
Curbs are the homeowner's responsibility, you know, when you're in the house.
No,
the
it's
house is
not for curbs. That is not true.
Again, noted, and it'll be open to March 30th, okay?
Sure, sure. When was the last time you went past this property?
Specifically Saturday.
This Saturday? Okay. So you are aware of the property and,
No, I'm very aware. I'm very active on my properties and I am very familiar with the code of the town.
let this guy tell it. Okay.
I'm sorry? I'm
Any
sorry, I
luck
didn't hear
here?
the last part. Sorry.
No, I just asked when was the last time you went on this property and you said Saturday. So.
Saturday, yeah.
I
Yep, thank you,
apologize,
sir.
Charlie. I'm not able to locate the pictures at this time.
Okay.
Okay, not a problem. You know,
get
we're
them
gonna keep- So, Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak about this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, hearing none. Do I have a motion?
All right, motion to extend to March 30th, Mark Smith, to address the gutter issue and the driveway apron issue.
Thank you. And seconded by?
Seconded by Carla Bryant.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, sir, we're going to keep the application open until March 30th to make determination on the gutters and also the apron issue. I'd like to remind you, sir, that you're still under oath, and this is for 57 South 23rd Street in Windage.
Correct.
When you sent in the renewal, do you agree to the terms and conditions for this property?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Anyone from the board wishing to speak regarding this property?
I would like to, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Mark Smith. This property also is reported to need gutters and to replace the blacktop driveway.
You have pictures again?
We have them on file. We will also send them to you if you request them via email.
No, I'll take a look at that.
Okay.
So obviously, we've been through a few houses and you could see a trend of the gutters. The gutters are deterioration to the house. Period. They are not town code. The house was not built or rebuilt. As a matter of fact, they were intentionally removed in some houses because it's not building code to have gutters. I've had every one of the houses that were listed have had building permits, rental permits for a very long time. Some cases in upwards of, decades.
Okay,
And
so it's
everything-
absolutely noted, and the record, either way, has to stay open to the 30th, okay?
Okay, that's okay. But you see the trend of what we're doing.
Oh, no, understood.
Yeah, and
Understood.
we also, these houses are in fairly, I mean, out of 6 houses, a potential driveway on one potential and a deteriorating apron potential on another one, other than the gutter issue. I'm leaving it open. We take pride in our houses and we continue to, and we are active landlords and we actively inspect and chase tenants.
Nobody
We
said
appreciate
that you
that, sir.
have it. We don't have any other, anything on the record to say that you have it.
Right. We appreciate what
Okay.
you do, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
As I continue, sir, Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak about this property?
There is not, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Yes, we do, Mr. Chairman, but I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Since we're extending March 30th for the gutter issue, but we
Right.
also have to replace the blacktop driveway in its entirety. Shall we go
So,
for?
I think we should, yes, extend it.
May 25th?
Yes, so we could replace the blacktop driveway.
All right, so we'll motion to extend to May 25th.
So when we say replace, are we using the phrase repair and replace or just replace? And I'm not sure the condition because I can't see pictures right now.
The inspector noted replace.
And he specifically said replaced.
And again, you have the opportunity to submit whatever you like as well.
And you can submit documentation to rentalcomments@townofbabylon.com.
No problem.
Thank you, sir. So we still have a motion. Do I have a second?
Seconded by Carla Bryant to remain open till 5:25.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, sir. We're gonna keep the record open until 5:25 to make the necessary repairs on the blacktop, and also by then we'll have a determination on the gutters. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Number 18, which is 50 Lexington Avenue in West Babylon. If you're here, could you please raise your hand so we can let you into the room? Hello, could you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
How are you today, sir?
Fine, thank you. How are you? How you doing
Good. Can you
today?
please raise your right hand?
Yes, I
You
raised
swear
my
to
hand.
tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Great. For the record, sir, can you please state your name and your home address?
Tirad Bajaj, 219 Frederick Avenue, Babylon, New York, 11702.
Great, sir. When you sent in the renewal, do you agree to the terms and conditions on this property?
Yes, sir.
Great. Thank you, sir. Is there anyone here from the board wishing to speak regarding this property?
Yes, I would like to, Mr. Chairman, Mark Smith.
Yes, sir, Mr. Smith.
I would like to ask Mr. Bajaj a question.
Okay.
Mr. Bajaj, have you ever been fined or summoned for any reason by the town of Babylon, and for what reason?
I had tenants one time when I moved from that property. I had a permit for that, for my apartment and everything. So they just, I didn't know in that time when I had a rental permit. I was living there when I moved there. So the town, they say you cannot rent a second apartment. So that's it. They give me, like my tenants was not moving in that time. They can give me a fine, and everything was fine after that.
How long ago was that, sir?
That was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Have you been summoned recently? Have you had any fines that you had to pay recently to the town?
No.
Have you had any issues with any of the tenants or your neighbors recently?
No.
No? Okay. Is there anyone else from the board wishing to speak regarding this property? No? Okay.
Nothing.
Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak about this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Mark Smith, motion to leave the record open until March the 30th. Look into Mr. Bajaj's statements regarding being fined or summoned.
Thank you, sir. Seconded by?
Seconded by Carla Bryant.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're gonna keep the record open till March 30th to look into the record regarding any summonses, any outstanding summonses with the town of Babylon. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Number 19, which is 102 Lake Avenue in Deer Park. If you're here, could you please raise your hand so we can let you in?
Hello.
How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Great, thank you. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Great. For the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
My name is Elias Alafris, and my home address is 369 Iroquois Place in Beaver, Pennsylvania, 15009.
Great. Sir, for the record, when you sent in your renewal, do you agree to the terms and conditions?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Anyone from the board wish to speak regarding this property?
No, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
No. Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak about this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Mark Smith, motion to leave the record open until March the 30th.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Carla Bryant.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're going to keep the record open until March 30th to make necessary determination.
Thank you all
Thank you
very
very
much,
much.
and have a bagel for me, okay? Thank
Absolutely, and some pizza too.
you. All right, bye-bye.
Have a good day, sir.
You too, bye-bye.
As we move on to 138 Mariners Way in Copeg. If you're in the waiting room, if you could please raise your hand.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, good evening. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm not Ed McDaniels. This is my husband's computer.
Okay.
Okay.
Could you please raise your right hand?
Yes,
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Great. For the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
Yes. Kathleen Corbett.
Okay.
Okay. 270 Southwest South River Drive, apartment 105, Stewart, Florida, 34997.
Thank you very much for speaking clearly. Thank you. Now, ma'am, when you sent in your renewal, do you agree to the terms and conditions?
Yes, I did.
Thank you. Is there anyone from the board wish to speak regarding this property?
No, thanks.
No, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak about this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Yes, motion to keep the record open until March 30th, Maria Adisi.
Seconded by?
Second, Vernon Shelton.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're going to keep the record open until March 30th to make the determination. Okay, ma'am?
Yes, thank you very much,
you.
the board.
Okay, have a good day.
Good night.
Thank you. Number 21, which is 1033 12th Street in West Babylon, New York. If you're in the room, if you're in the waiting room, if you could please raise your hand so we can let you in.
Hi, good evening.
Hey, good evening. Can you please raise your right hand?
Sure.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. For the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
Jim Lopes, 1033 12th Street, West Babylon, New York, 11704.
Thank you, sir. Do you agree to the terms and conditions that the town sent you when you sent in your renewal?
Yes.
Thank you. Anyone from the board wish to speak regarding this property?
No, thank you.
Okay. Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak about this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Yes, motion to keep the record open until March 30th, Maria Adisi.
Seconded by?
Second by Vernon Shelton.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're gonna keep the record open till March 30th. At that time, we'll have a determination. Thank you.
I had a quick question.
Yes, sir.
Upon the next renewal in, I guess, 2 years, do I need to keep the sign? Or is
No,
this?
you'll get a new sign.
Okay, so every 2 years, I have to put up a sign?
Yes.
Okay, got it. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good evening.
You too. Bye.
As we move on, number 22, which is 100 Irving Avenue in Windage. If you're here, if you could please raise your hand so we can let you in the room.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you today?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Can you please raise your right hand?
Sure.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Sir, for the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
Charles Lepper, 186 Coconut Avenue, Babylon, New York, 11702.
Thank you, sir. Do you agree to the terms and conditions you sent in with your renewal on this property?
Yes.
Great. Anyone here from the board wishes to speak regarding this property?
Yes, I would like to speak. Maria Adisi.
Yes.
Okie dokie. All right. So you had an interior inspection done in December, but prior to this meeting, there was an exterior inspection, which basically there's some issues there that need to be tended to. You need to install gutters on the home and remove all debris. There's a lot of stuff there that needs to get out of there and be tidied up. There's also a car parked in the rear of the property that needs to be removed. And we need the blacktop driveway replaced. And also the cement steps leading up to the side of the house, they need to be repaired.
Thank you. Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone here in the waiting room wishing to speak regarding this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Yes, motion to extend until May 20th to give the homeowner time to make the necessary repairs. Except we'd like the debris removed sooner than 5/25. Maria Adisi.
Seconded by?
Second by Vernon Shelton.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, hearing none. We're going to keep the record open until 5:25 to make the necessary repairs. And we do ask you to take care of the debris, as soon as possible. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good evening.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. So as we move on, number 23, which is 82 Wright Avenue in Deer Park. If you're in the waiting room, if you could please raise your hand so we can let you in.
He's there. They're here.
Hi, how are you?
That's on mute.
There we go.
There
Can
we
you
go.
hear us?
Now I can.
Okay, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Can you please raise your right hand?
Dad,
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
For the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
Anthony Fasano, 82 Wright Avenue, Deer Park, 11729.
Thank you, sir. When you sent in this renewal, do you agree to the terms and conditions when you sent it in?
Yes,
Thank you, sir. Anyone from the board wish to speak regarding this property?
Yes, I would. Maria Adisi. Hello, how are you? Okay, we're gonna go through some photographs here. There was an interior inspection done on the home in November and everything was fine, except there was an exterior inspection done prior to this meeting. And there's some debris on the property that needs to be removed. The blacktop apron needs to be repaired. And the sidewalk leading up to the front entrance needs to be replaced.
Which sidewalk are you speaking of?
replace the sidewalk leading up to the front entrance.
Well,
Looks
we
like-
have,
There's two houses there. There's 80 and 82. Which house?
If you look on the screen, you can see the house.
all right, I'm gonna,
Our inspector went out.
all
It's
right,
on the
I'm
screen
gonna
right now.
switch the phone over to me so I could see it. I'm sorry.
That's
Okay, no
okay.
problem. Okay, ma'am, if you could just raise your right hand, if you don't mind. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Great. For the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
Diane Conforti, 80 Wright Avenue, Deer Park, New York.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so, you're looking at the pictures.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what.
It's
the pictures
82
are.
we're discussing. We're discussing 82.
Right, okay, I'm just trying to figure out what these pictures are of. The one that's showing right now with the person's reflection. What is that?
The apron of your driveway.
Okay. So you're saying the apron has to be replaced?
Repaired.
Repaired, okay.
Repaired.
Is okay.
And then also the cement on the north side of the driveway needs to be replaced.
The cement on the north side of the driveway. Okay, but what part of the north side of the driveway?
Wherever we're showing you pictures of where they're cracked, wherever there's cracks.
I mean, it's pretty evident there's some cracks. So where there's some cracks.
All right, that's the north side of the driveway. You see the walkway? Okay. So that part has to be repaired, you said?
It may need to be replaced. I mean, if they could get the cracks, basically, make it more appealing, or it needs to be replaced. I mean, if they could do it and it looks good by just repairing, then that would be okay. But I'm not too sure if that can happen. You'd have to ask the contractor.
But how far back? Up to the walkway we're talking, right?
Wherever the cracks lead to. I mean, if it stops there, then that's fine. If it goes up a little further, then up a little further.
Okay.
It's kind of wherever the cracks are.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll give you some time to get that done. We know the weather is, questionable now, and,
Right.
we'll give you some time.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak regarding this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Great, hearing none. Do I have a motion?
Yeah. Motion to extend until May 25th, so the homeowner could make the necessary repairs. Maria Udisi.
Seconded by?
Second, Vernon Shelton.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
May 25th.
Hearing none, we're gonna keep the record open until 5:25, just to make the necessary repairs on the property, okay?
I'll show it to you.
And as we move on, this is for 80 Wright Avenue in Deer Park, and I'd just like to remind you that you both still are under oath.
Yes.
Do you agree to the terms and conditions that the town sent you when you sent in the renewal?
Yes.
Great, thank you, sir. Anyone from the board wish to speak about this property?
No, thanks.
No?
Oh,
Great.
thank you.
Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak about this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Yes, motion to leave the record open until March 30th. Maria Udisi.
And seconded by?
Second, Vernon Shelton.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're going to keep the record open till next week, 3:30, to make any necessary, comments or concerns on this property. Thank you very much, folks.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You as
You
well. Have a
too.
good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. As we move on, this is for 25, which is 25 Bedford Street in Windage, New York. If you're in the waiting room, if you could please raise your hand so we can let you in.
They're here.
Great. Could you hear us?
Yes.
Great. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. For the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
Anivelka Menjivar, 285 Lombardi Boulevard, Bayshore, New York. We're doing
Thank-
25 Bedford Street in Windage.
Thank you. When you sent in the renewal, do you agree to the terms and conditions?
Yes.
Thank you. Is there anyone here from the board wishing to speak regarding this property?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak regarding this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Do I have a motion?
Motion to leave the record open until March 30th, Maria Adisi.
Seconded by?
Second, Vernon Shelton.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're going to keep the record open until March 30th. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
You as well.
You too.
As we move on to number 26, which is 910 Sunrise Highway in North Babylon. If you could please raise your hand so we can let you in the room.
It's in the program.
Hi, could you hear us?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Great. Can you please raise your right hand?
Okay.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Great. For the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
Daniel Mazzella, 435 Vanderbilt Boulevard, Oakdale, New York, 01769.
Thank you, sir. Do you agree to the terms and conditions that the town sent you when you sent in your renewal?
Yes, sir, I did.
Thank you. Anyone from the board wishes to speak regarding this property?
I would, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Mark Smith. All right, Mr. Mazzella, as you can see in this photograph, the sign was ripped down to notify the neighbors that there would be a hearing. Do you have anything you'd like to say about that, the condition of that sign?
As far as I'm aware, the adhesive on the back of the sign didn't hold up, and during a storm we had shortly after, I think it just blew off. I think that's what happened.
Okay. And as we move on, there's debris on the property that needs to be cleaned up.
Yeah, that's my tenant's stuff. I've been telling him for honestly months to get rid of it.
All right, well, now it's become your responsibility to clear that. Okay. And you have to replace the entire blacktop driveway area and paint that metal shed that we saw in previous photographs.
Okay, or remove it, I imagine.
Yes.
That's an option as well.
Okay, yeah, because that's the tenant's property that he put there. He never got my permission to do so.
Okay, so I guess you'll take that up with him, but for you to have the permit, we require that you see to that those issues be addressed.
Of course, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for understanding.
And
Mr.
the
Nunzio, is there
driveway,
anyone?
the driveway,
Yes, okay, yes, Kelly.
there's just some of the driveway needs to be repaired.
Yeah, I believe His Honor mentioned that the whole thing needs to be replaced.
Oh, the whole thing. Okay, good.
Yeah,
I believe that's what he said.
One side is better than the other, but there's parts that are really bad.
Right. Some years ago, I had to do some work that we had, open up a portion of the driveway to get some pipes and the like. Then we just patched that, and that's there has been some subsidence in those areas.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mazzella.
Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak regarding this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, hearing none, do I have a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, motion to extend the extend the record to May the 25th.
Thank you very much. Seconded by?
Seconded by Kelly Medvig.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, sir. We're gonna keep the we're gonna keep the motion open, and we're gonna extend the motion till May 25th to make the necessary repairs that you need to.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you, sir.
Have a good night.
Have a good evening, sir.
Take care.
Number 27, which is 16 Arlington Avenue in Windage. If you could please raise your hand and we'll let you in the room.
She's here.
Okay. Could you hear us? Hello, ma'am. Could you hear us? Maybe if you could unmute yourself.
Now she muted herself.
Okay. Could you hear us, ma'am?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I apologize.
Can you please raise your right hand?
Yes.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. For the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
Olivia Robinson, 2977.
Ma'am, if you're on 2 devices, one of them have to be turned off if they're in the same room.
Olivia Robinson. Yeah, I turned it off. I apologize. Oh my gosh.
Are you still there, ma'am?
I believe there's a gal. Oh, I'll allow this one to talk.
They're on 2 devices in one room.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, Olivia Robinson, 29 Samus Avenue, Deer Park, New York, 11729.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank
When
you.
when you sent in your terms, when you sent in the renewal and the town sent you terms and conditions, do you agree to those terms and conditions?
Yes.
Great, thank you. Anyone here from the board wish to speak regarding this property?
No, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room here to speak about this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
No? Great. Okay, do I have a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Mark Smith, motion to leave the record open until March the 30th.
Thank you, sir. Seconded by?
Seconded by Kelly Medwig.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're going to keep the record open until March 30th. And at that time, we'll make a determination.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good
Have
evening.
a good evening, everyone.
Good night.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
As we move on to number 28, which is 56 Spring Street in Windage. If you're in the waiting room, if you could please raise your hand and we'll let you in.
He's here.
Okay. How are you today?
Good.
Good. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Great. For the record, sir, can you please state your name and your home address?
Robert Chambers, 22 Orton Drive, East Northport.
Thank you, sir. Do you agree to the terms and conditions the town sent you when you sent in your renewal application?
Yes, I do.
Thank you, sir. Anyone here from the board wishing to speak regarding this property?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak again about this property?
There's not, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Mark Smith, motion to leave the record open until March the 30th.
And seconded by?
Seconded by Kelly Medwig.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none. Going to keep the record open until March 30th to make a determination. Sir, I'd like to remind you that you're still on the road, and this is for 142 Nichols Road in Wyandanch.
Okay.
When you sent an application, the renewal, do you agree to the terms and conditions on this property as well?
Yes, I do.
Thank you, sir. Anyone from the board wishing to speak about this property?
No, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak about this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Mark Smith, motion to leave the record open until March the 30th.
Thank you. Seconded by?
Seconded by Kelly Medwig.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're gonna keep that, we're gonna keep the motion open until the 30th to make a determination. Thank you very
Okay.
much, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You have a good evening, sir.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Number 30, which is 18 Roanoke Drive in Copeg. If you're here, if you could please raise your hand and we'll let you in the room.
Yes, I'm here. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir. How are you today?
I'm good. Is there a way I can also turn on the camera so you can see my beautiful face, or no way?
I'm not
You
sure.
have to turn it on. Press the camera and turn the video on.
Yeah, where did
There's
I do
a
that?
camera icon down the bottom.
Bottom left.
Next to your
I
mic.
see mute. I don't see camera.
Next
On the
to it,
bottom
it should be
left?
right next
Stop
to me.
video, start video.
No. I don't see it. All right, it's all good.
Well, maybe
No
next
problem,
time.
sir.
We got a lot to do.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Can you
You're gonna
please
have
raise your
to.
right hand, sir?
Yes, I do.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Great, sir. For the record, can you please state your name and your address?
Itai Rosen, 313 Ansbro Place, Belmore, New York, 11710.
Thank you, sir. Do you agree to the terms and conditions on this property? When
Yes,
you
we
sent
did.
the renewal? Thank you, sir. Anyone from the board wishing to speak regarding this property?
Yes, I would, Mr. Chairman. Mark Smith.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rosen, on this property, you're in need of some gutters and to remove some debris from the property, and that's it. Could you take care of that?
Yes, I can. It's actually funny that you mentioned the gutters. I heard the previous one of the owners fighting about it. As you know, we will not fight and just gonna install the gutters.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So no problem.
Thank you very much, sir.
Much appreciated.
Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone here in the waiting room wishing to speak?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Mark Smith, motion to extend to April the 13th.
Okay, sir. Seconded by?
Seconded by Kelly Medwig.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Can I
Hearing
say
none, sir,
something?
we're gonna extend it to April 13th just to get the
Yes,
gutters,
you
you know,
can.
and thank you very much
Yeah.
for understanding, sir. We appreciate it.
No, yeah, but I'd like to say something.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
So I'm not sure if we'll be able to do it by April 13.
We understand.
So in that case, should I contact? I guess I can just contact, for extension, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir.
Okay.
You know, we don't
no
want to
problem.
put it too far out because there's only gutters, you know, like we wanted to make sure you're able to do it, you know, in a timely fashion, you know.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just that we have some other urgent
I understand.
matters to take care of. So, yeah, but we will take care of it. I'll try to keep it in the time frame.
Not a problem. We appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good evening, everybody.
You have a good evening too,
You
Mr.
too.
Rosen.
Likewise, Mr. Rosen.
Thank you.
As we move on, it's number 31, which is 3309 Great Neck Road in Amityville. If you could please raise your hand. We'll let you in.
I'm not done. Yeah,
They're
How are you
here.
today?
I'm fine.
Could you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you, sir. For the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
Ira Sumkin, SUMKIN, 110 Sherman Drive, Rockville Center,
Thank you,
115.
Do you agree to the terms and conditions the town sent you when you sent in the renewal?
Yes.
Thank you. Anyone from the board wish to speak regarding this property?
I would, Mr. Chairman.
Yes,
Mark
sir.
Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Sumpkin,
Yes.
3309.
Oh, can we hold on one second? I think the pictures might be mixed up. I think
Okay.
these pictures are 12 Somerset. Mr. Sumpkin?
I'm looking.
Could you help us identify it?
I think you're correct about that.
Okay, so
That's
yeah,
correct.
there we go. Here we go.
That's
There's,
Okay.
Okay, this is 3309.
That's looks
right,
like
they
that.
mixed the pictures up. This is 3309. The
Got it.
address is
Okay.
opposite.
All right, Mr. Sumpkin, we have, there's some debris in the front and the rear of the property. We ask that you replace.
No, we're on 3309. We're looking at 3309. We're not looking at 12 Somerset. We're looking at 3309. The driveway, the car is in the grass. Do you see that? The addresses got mixed up. Same owner, two different addresses.
Place.
So we're looking at 3309 house right now and the common.
Right.
Right.
All right, Kelly, take the lead on that.
Do you see the comments on 3309, replace the vehicle parked in front lawn?
No, that's Somerset.
That's
Oh.
Somerset.
But, sir, could you identify what house we're looking at right now?
That's Somerset. She's correct. That's Somerset. It's
Okay.
12 Somerset.
And
Yes.
I'm sorry, I thought we mixed them up.
Okay, so,
Because what he wrote was opposite.
right. Okay,
the
so,
car-
Ms-
Okay, I got
so
you.
now, just for the record, so we're looking at 3309 Great Neck Road in Amityville now, correct? Is that correct, sir?
We're looking right now at 3309 Great Neck Road, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
thank you, sir. Okay, perfect, thank you.
All right.
Okay. Mr. Smith, as you were saying.
Okay, we just have some debris in the front and rear. We request that you replace the cement driveway and the cement patio in the rear. And replace or remove the chain link fence. Okay. As you can see, you can see the condition, and I don't have to tell you, you can see the condition of the chain link fence as well.
That's on the side of the house. Okay, okay. So I'll probably remove the patio in the back and replace the driveway, something like that.
Whatever combination, as long as the debris is removed and the driveway is replaced and the chain link fence is addressed. How's that sound?
That's fine.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone here from in the waiting room to speak regarding this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Great. Do I have a motion?
I
I just want to mention that I'll be recusing from
Yes,
this.
Maria
okay.
IDC is recusing herself from this.
I'm not sure that's my fence, by the way. I got to check that out. I think it's a neighbor's fence.
Okay.
Okay.
How do we determine that through the town?
Well, it'll be on your survey, if you have your survey.
Well, probably, but surveys don't necessarily tell the truth most of the time on these things.
I wouldn't know what to say after that.
Yeah,
I mean, what I would say to that.
Okay, on mute.
Sorry, you would have to have had an updated survey on record, correct?
I've had this house for like 25 years. So at that time, whether I had a survey or not is another question. So worst comes to worst, I can take it down if that's the case. Yes?
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe ask your neighbor. I
Yes.
don't know if, you know your neighbor, maybe ask him if it's his fence or your fence.
Yeah, I will. I'll resolve it one way or the other, and I'll let you guys know, okay?
Thank
Thank you, sir. We
Much
appreciate it.
appreciated, Mr. Sunken.
As
no
we go back, Maria IDC is going to recuse herself in this case. That being said, do I have a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Mark Smith, motion to extend to May the 25th.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Kelly Medwig.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're going to keep the record open until 5:25 to make.
I have one question about the driveway. Does the driveway have to be replaced with concrete, or could be crushed stone and things like that as well?
It can be crushed stone, it could be crushed stone, it could be asphalt, or it could be cement.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Jorge.
Okay. As I was saying, we're going to extend the record to 5:25 to make the necessary repairs.
Okay.
Sir, I'd like to remind you that you're still under oath, and this is for 12 Somerset Road West in Amityville, New York.
Right.
Do you agree to the terms and conditions you set forth on this property?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Maria IDC is going to recuse herself from this case as well. Anyone from the board wishing to speak regarding this property?
I would, Mr. Chairman, Mark Smith.
Yes, sir.
Okay, as we can see in this photograph, we have Mr. Sunken, that we have to remove the vehicle parked on the front lawn.
Correct. Okay.
We have to replace the cracked sidewalk piece in the front. I believe that this photo should show that.
No, this photo doesn't show the cracked sidewalk is near the driveway you're talking about. I was
No,
just
no,
there
that
today.
piece.
That's
That piece of that was walkway that needs to be fixed. And that needs to be.
There we
I'm
go.
gonna take up, but the walkway is what I have to replace. If you look down
Yeah.
near the driveway, that's the walkway I gotta fix.
Replace the cracked sidewalk.
Yeah,
piece
that's
in the front.
that I gotta fix. Yes, I know that.
Got it. Okay, and then we also have to replace and remove the railroad ties, side and rear of the property.
Well, the railroad ties, I haven't the railroad tie. I'm not aware of that. So those railroad ties, what's wrong with those railroad ties?
I'm just going by what the inspector reported.
I don't even see
Who's in
railroad
the
ties.
other picture? It's like your
don't
curve right there. That's railroad ties right there.
Yeah, see, they're probably rotted or
Down into the ground. Yeah.
deteriorated. They're probably a trip fall. If there's a hole in them or something, someone could,
I
you
guess
know,
I'll just take them out. I don't know why. Okay.
Yeah, you can
I'll-
take them out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Where the other ones you said?
It's inside and rear of the property.
You have the picture of the side. I mean, if it's there, I'll take them out, but I remember being on site, but okay, I'll take them out.
Thank you, sir, for understanding.
Much appreciated, Mr. Sumpkin.
Thank you. Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak about this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Yes, motion to extend to May the 25th.
Thank you. Seconded by,
Seconded by Kelly Medwig.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're gonna keep the record open until 5:25, sir, so you can make the necessary repairs.
Okay.
I'd like to remind you, sir, that you're still under oath. The next property is 320 Albany Avenue in Amityville.
Right.
I would like to, do you agree to the terms and conditions on this property?
Yes, I do.
Thank you, sir. Anyone from the board wish to speak regarding this property?
I would as well, Mr. Chairman. Mark Smith.
Yes, sir, Mr. Smith.
Mr. Sumpkin, okay, see in this photograph, it needs a new driveway.
Needs a driveway.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
What do we
And
do?
there is debris and tree debris on the property that needs to be removed.
Debris and tree debris.
Yes.
In the far corner.
So
There's a
that's
little bit of
right- that's
debris.
right.
In the back corner.
That driveway was a stone driveway, so I was gonna add stone to that driveway, I'm guessing, correct?
If,
Well,
right,
you know,
that should be satisfactory crushed stone.
That should be satisfactory, but just for the record, the town would prefer either concrete or blacktop, but they would settle on stone. But
This is
sometimes
a
stone
huge-
does make it
a huge-
a little bit of a hard time for the, Department of Public Works when all the
This is
stone goes
huge.
in the street.
Like I said, this is a huge driveway, so okay,
No, of course, I understand. I just wanted to be on record about that they do prefer either concrete or blacktop, but, they will accept stone.
Okay, very good.
Now, Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak about this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Great, hearing none. Do I have a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Mark Smith. Motion to extend the record till May the 25th as well.
Thank you. And seconded by?
Seconded by Kelly Medwig.
All, and please keep in mind, Maria Idici is recusing herself in this case as well. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're going to keep the record open until May 25th, so you can make necessary repairs, sir. Thank you for understanding.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Have a good night, sir.
Mr. Sumpkin.
I would like to go back to, on the new applications, it's number 5, which is 673 Deer Park Avenue, North Babylon. If you're here, if you could please raise your hand. Once again, 673 Deer Park Avenue, North Babylon. If you're here, if you could please raise your hand.
They're here.
We're here.
Yes,
Okay. How are you today?
good, sir. How are you?
Good. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear
Yes.
to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
Thank you, sir. For the record, can you please state your name and your home address?
yes. My name is Sukhnaam Singh, and the home address is 673 Deer Park Avenue, Babylon,
No,
117.
what's your home address where you live?
Oh, my home address. Yes, it's 5 Stanford Lane, Hicksville, New York, 11801.
Thank you, sir. When you sent in the application, do you agree to the terms and conditions that the town sent you?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Is there anyone here from the board wishing to speak regarding this property?
Yes, I would like to speak.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Maria Idici. There was an interior inspection done on your property in February and everything went well. However, before this meeting tonight, there was an exterior inspection done and there were some issues. There's some debris at the property that needs to be removed. Also,
Okay,
okay, also you need to replace the middle part of the cement driveway
okay,
and replace all of the blacktop on the driveway and the rear of the property.
okay.
All
We'll get that
right.
done. I'm,
Okay, and then
Okay.
the walkway going to the side of the entrance needs to be repaired.
okay. All right, ma'am. We'll do that.
We'll
Thank
give
you,
you
sir.
time to get it done, you know.
The fence in the back, is that your fence? And
Yes, that was just
that'll
already
need-
there. Yes.
That needs to be either taken out or repaired.
Okay.
On the
Are you
side
talking
also.
about the one all the way in the back or the one on the right side next to the tree?
Those two right there, the brown and
All the
the,
way in the back, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay, we'll do that.
And then on the rear corner, is that your corner or is that your neighbor's corner that we're looking at?
That's my corner.
Okay, that all needs to be replaced. It's all falling down. And the side driveway, looks like there was another piece, looks like it's kind of pushed back. And all that debris needs to be cleaned up.
Previous photos.
Thank you, sir, for understanding.
Yes, of course.
Mr. Nunzio, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak regarding this property?
No, there's not, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Yes, motion to extend until May 25th to give the homeowner time to make the necessary repairs. Maria Adisi.
Seconded by?
Kelly Medwig.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're gonna keep the application open. We're gonna keep the, motion open until May 25th to make the necessary repairs. Thank you very much, Mr. Singh. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. So I
Have
have
a
to
good
get
evening,
everything,
sir.
just quick question.
Yes, sir.
So I have to get all of this repaired before May 25th, is that correct?
Yes, otherwise you could ask for an extension. You could just, contact the rental board, and just ask for an extension.
Okay, the only reason I asked is because we have sent in an application to get the second floor, and I don't know if you can see that in the records. We were thinking that we're gonna do all of that together, but if you want it done before that, we'll get it done. If I was just asking if that's possible. With
Yeah,
the,
no, we want it done before to get the rental permit,
Okay, understood, sir. Got it.
Okay?
Yes, thank
Thank you
you.
very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And now I'd like to go back to the renewals, which is number 6, which is 614 9th Street in West Babylon. If you're here, if you could please raise your hand. Once again, 614 9th Street. If you're here, if you could please raise your hand. One more time, 614 9th Street. If you're here, if you could please raise your hand. Okay. Okay. Do I have a motion, I guess a motion to adjourn, since for failure to show up at the Zoom meeting?
Unmute, Carla. Carla, unmute.
I apologize. Motion to adjourn, Carla Bryant.
Seconded by?
Second, Vernon Shelton.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. We're going to adjourn this case for failure to show up at the meeting. As we move on, we're going to move on to communications. We have 2 communications. We have an email dated March 15th, 2022 regarding the property at 72 McGaw Place in West Babylon. Another communication, we have a letter dated March 14th, 2022 from Milton Galloway regarding his property at 7 Rose Place. Let me continue. As we move on to the acceptance of the minutes, do I have a motion to accept the minutes of the March 9th, 2022 meeting?
I
Motion
motion to, go ahead.
You go, Carla.
Motion to accept the minutes from March 9th. Carla Bryant.
And seconded by?
Seconded by Maria Adisi.
All in favor? Any
Aye.
opposed? Hearing none, those minutes are accepted. We have two upcoming meetings. We have March 30th, which is a Zoom meeting, and we have April 13th. At this time, it is now 7:52. Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:52?
I
Motion.
motion.
We both do it at the same time, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Marie.
Motion to adjourn the meeting. Maria Edis.
Seconded by,
Seconded by Carla Bryant.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion's adjourned at 7:52. I'd like to thank everyone for all their help. Thank you very much.